Hi there, I had a great email from Ryan Kennedy today and talking about how do we use pressure for fitting shafts. And James Hong recently posted a great post illustrating how a lighter shaft improved the trace of a junior golfer. Not just a lighter shaft, but a lighter club. And we've been looking at this since the get-go. Since we've been developing BodiTrak, my background is that of a manufacturer. I've been in the golf manufacturing business for over 30 years. And in fact, we worked with a company in Lincoln, Nebraska, building graphite shafts called Spiraltech, Dr. Brian Spencer. So on the left, when we noticed maximum velocity, we call it peak velocity. Peak velocity is the fastest lateral motion during your golf swing. Impact is determined by sound, and then I merely measured the difference in the two in time. It's that simple, and I refer to that as the release factor. This is Boo Weekly on the left. So it turns out that all I had to do was really correlate the times to tip weights. So again, peak velocity, I'll ditch everything here one time. Peak velocity is the fastest motion laterally, and we can consistently measure this. It's unarguable. And it turns out that properly done, peak velocity will occur in and around when the club is vertical on the way down. And then we measure impact by sound, and I simply measure the difference in the two. Time-wise, call that the release factor. Now, the correlations that I've come up with are anything under 150 milliseconds is a very heavy tip. 151 to 250, heavy range. 251 to 300, medium range. And 301 and over in the light range. On the right-hand side, Sebastian McLean, its peak, get rid of that, sorry. His peak velocity is 272. Sebastian's plays the Latin Tour, was introduced to us by Mike Mandakis. Great, talented young man. So peak velocity is 272, measure impact, take the difference in time, and it's 204. So he's going to use a little heavier tip. Quite often you'll see confidence in this too. You'll see some variation during the set where the release factor may vary for the iron or short iron versus long iron and long iron versus hybrid or driver. And those, you can also correlate that to confidence. You'll get to figure out which clubs the golfers are actually, range of clubs that the golfers prefer. And I always had an expression when I was fitting, if grandma hits the X better than the A, grandma gets the X. So there's a bit of an art to it, but in this case, what we're drilling down to real numbers to get some real performance benefit indicators. And it's a very simple tool. It's very precise. Terry Hashimoto with BodiTrak. Thanks, Ryan, for pointing this out, and James Hong, really cool work there.